Radio.
And now we're going to look at last week in the Metaverse. Getting started, we're looking at OpenSea. OpenSea goes pro. And what's interesting about this is for all those who wasn't necessarily used to seeing OpenSea with a pro segment, they took on a recent purchase. And after they purchased a gym a while back, it's taken a long time to integrate Gem XYZ into OpenSea, and it finally flipped the switch. So it's pulling information from 170 marketplaces and offers traders real-time data tracking, inventory management, optimized gas fees, and more. And early gem adopters the opportunity to collect NFT called Gamus as a reward for the participation. So it's really interesting to see that there is a higher tier on the OpenSea side. These are going to be not so much for your NFT degens, but for your hardcore traders in the NFT space. Might be worth giving a look. I'm personally probably going to try to give it a check just to see what the ins and outs are. And after I do that, I'll have to come back and let y'all know my hot take on that. But again, OpenSea Pro just launched. And if you're familiar with the old Gem XYZ, that is what it came from. Now we're going to look at Magic Eden as it rolls out Bitcoin Ordinals NFT Creator Launchpad. After releasing a Bitcoin NFT marketplace in March, the company is expanding its resources for creators to securely mint their inscriptions before selling to collectors. So Magic Eden is rolling out a launchpad for Ordinals, helping creators successfully inscribe their Bitcoin-based NFT collections. I believe we talked about this at a previous Aftershock, but Ordinals, or the ability to be able to create or mint on top of Bitcoin. Now it's called inscribing. And so you're basically able to put your NFT by inscribing it onto Bitcoin. So while Magic Eden and the company has the infrastructure for creators to list and sell Ordinals, the Launchpad will help onboard creators to the ecosystem to easily facilitate the creation of tokens on the Bitcoin network. So again, for all those who are unfamiliar with Ordinals, spend some time in this. This is going to be really cool. It now gives your Bitcoin maxis an opportunity to jump into the NFT space, as a lot of your hardcore maxis wouldn't support as it was on another chain. But now because it's on Bitcoin, you're really starting to see a lot of opportunity open up for the different types of NFTs being able to be inscribed on these various ordinals, and you're seeing a lot of projects create ordinals because of it. So it will continue to grow, and I know that I'm going to be watching this one pretty closely. As we look at our next article, David Bowie unreleased record debuts as a music NFT. Gala Music, a Web3 startup subsidiary, is launching 3003 NFTs on April 14th with an unreleased version of David Bowie's Let's Dance included. So David Bowie's 1983 track Let's Dance is coming out as a limited edition collection of NFTs. And David Bowie, of course, who has an impressive discography that included 27 studio albums, 11 live albums, 4 soundtracks, and 128 singles during his lifetime. Gala Music is planning to launch this, and could be the first of several more types of NFTs launched over at Gala. So Gala's doing a lot of interesting things between their gaming, their music, their entertainment. They have a lot that is going on, and just Gala in general is a company and project that I am keeping my eyes on, and I think you're going to see more and more really cool information come out about them into the future. Reddit is deploying Generation 3 NFT avatar contracts on Polygon. So community members responded to the new development with some praising Reddit's marketing efforts and changing the anti-NFT narrative within the platform. The NFT avatars were first introduced in July of 2022 to empower artists to create and sell their work on Reddit's platform. Whenever users purchase a collectible, it'll also be sent as an avatar on Reddit's website. On April 5th, Reddit deployed a contract for Generation 3 avatars on Polygon blockchain, which resulted in the various users predicting that the avatars would sell out. But more praise for Reddit for its marketing and branding prowess. And Polygon continues to be a preferred platform for NFTs to be built on, and even platforms that are looking into loyalty and rewards programs being built on top of it. All that to say, not to take away from Reddit deploying its Gen 3 NFT, I think the real big takeaway on this particular article is Polygon. Polygon keeps coming up, and I think will continue to come up. And it's a platform that if you aren't paying attention to, pay attention to it, because you continue to see more and more big brands build on top of it, and more partnerships that are in the pipeline that aren't necessarily released yet. So again, Polygon is making waves in this NFT space. Now we're going to look at Adidas as it gets deeper in NFTs. It unveiled a third and final phase of its Into the Metaverse project, which introduces its alts NFTs. Many companies started offering NFTs during the height of the crypto market in 2021 and have turned their backs on the sector. But Adidas continues to push forward. So users can officially initiate phase 3 and burn phase 1 and 2 tokens of the Into the Metaverse tokens that they might have received. And according to the description, Alts has a dynamic user identification, PFP, that will change over time due to an interactive plot. So Adidas is continuing to push the envelope forward. And I like that they are taking the longer approach to really see what the market is saying, how is it maturing, and what is the end users looking like, and how has it evolved. So I like how they're kind of approaching this into the metaverse, and I think more is going to come from this. But fashion brands have been able to learn from companies like Adidas, who were some of the first movers into the space, to keep evolving their approaches to introducing their NFTs to the market and showing different use cases for it. So Adidas, they keep pushing the envelope and being pulse on the culture, and the culture is in Web3 right now. And so I think that they still have a great chance to make some major waves in the NFT space. Our second final article is President of Ukraine signing its first ever NFT in the country to support its military. So Ukraine's President Zelensky signed the country's first NFT UA CATS division. The NFT investment is aimed at bolstering national security and defense capabilities. More governments may turn to digital assets to finance operations. Now, according to a recent tweet from Arena K, a Web3 community builder, President Zelensky of the Republic of Ukraine signed the first NFT in Ukraine. The approved NFT goes by the name UA CATS Division. The heroic cats of the Ukrainian armed forces are being honored through the UA CATS Division, the first ever national NFT collection created in collaboration with the Ukrainian government. The collection pays tribute to the fearless felines who have served alongside their human comrades and played a crucial role defending the country, particularly during the current war in Russia. Now, I think this is unique for several reasons, but I think one that should be looked at pretty uniquely is one of showing some national pride for how they've been able to defend themselves in this war, but also as a financial opportunity so that they have new liquidity coming in so that they can keep financing their own war and financing their day-to-day operations. Ukraine has been very receptive to Web3 and the funding of not just this war, but the country during these challenging times, and continue to push the envelope forward on more innovative ways that they can use Web3 to help themselves. And I think when this is all said and done, there's going to be a huge case study to come out of this on how Web3 impacted Ukraine in this war. And I'm eager to see that data after it comes out. So again, first ever NFT in the country to support its military. And I think this is one that other countries in the future could try to take this approach if they are met with military or financial challenges. Final article is looking at OpenSea. Sorry, it's not looking at OpenSea, but it's looking at Bughatti. Now, what's really cool about this particular instance is that high-end car manufacturer Bughatti, and for your typical Bugatti, it's over $1 million. It's working with luxury jeweler maker Osprey on a 111-piece collection of NFT eggs on Bitcoin-based ordinals. Again, we talked about ordinals earlier. Big brands that understand Bitcoin, that know that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two biggest cryptocurrencies that are out there, and a lot of them are looking towards Bitcoin as this new opportunity to go and create these NFTs on top of by inscribing on, and they're jumping all over this. The mint date is slated for May 4th, and the prices ranges from $20,000 to $50,000 for one of these 111 collections of NFT eggs. As expensive as that is, it's still not as expensive as some of these other NFT projects that have tried to do some exclusive stuff. But nonetheless, I think there's probably going to be some other cool things that come along with this eggs for these Bugatti ordinals that are coming out. But for all those who are in big luxury and for exclusive NFT drops, this is definitely one to keep on your radar and to be watching, as I'm sure there will be more news and more buzz to come up with this particular drop. And that is going to wrap up this week's Aftershock. I hope you enjoyed all of the content and news. Again, if you like what we had to say, make sure you share out with your friends. Give us a like, a subscribe, leave us a comment on what was your favorite article this week. And again, we really appreciate you spending some time with us. And as always, stay cryptocurrent.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Cryptocurrent. Cryptocurrent is a cryptocurrency and blockchain education platform that's bridging the gap between the curious newcomers who are just discovering the space and the thought leaders who are shaping its future. All opinions expressed by Richard Carthon, the Cryptocurrent team, and their guests on this show are exclusively their own opinions. This show and any other Cryptocurrent production is exclusively for informational purposes.